Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. I've just had to nip and close my blinds in my bedroom because, as we say up here in Scotland, the sun is absolutely splitting the boulders. So you couldn't see me, unfortunately. So I thought I would do my Monday kind of diet chat. And apologies again, I've got wet here, and if you watch my channel, you know that 9 times out of 10 I'm filming with wet hair. So I can't blow dry my hair. Sometimes I can diffuse it, but it kind of just goes too fluffy. It just goes too fluffy. So I'd just like to start this video by saying, if you're new, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for more content. I'm terrible for asking people to do that, so I'm going to try and remember that. And I'd just like to kind of let you know all about how I got on Thursday. In my last video I said I was going to be joining Slimming World, and I have the book, I have the pack. So I went to my class on Thursday at 5:30, and if you've never been to a class before, what usually happens is you will join, and my class starts, there's a class on a Thursday at 3:30, 5:30 and 7:30. So your first class always takes the longest. So what I thought I would do is I would head straight from work and go to the 5:30 class. So you get your new member talk with your team leader, which lasts for about half an hour, and then the class starts. So for us, the class started at 6 o'clock, and we joined, and that's what they do, where they call it image therapy, where you all get together and you talk about how your week was, how you did, good or bad. They never disclose your actual weight, but they will say you've put on or you've lost 3 pounds, brilliant, but they'll never disclose your weight. And my group actually had quite a few men in it. I've been in the group loads of times, and sometimes there's usually one man with his wife, but there's quite a few men, which was quite nice to see. And men, unfortunately, always seem to do really well on Slimming World, because men seem to metabolize fat quicker than women, and they've got more muscle. And the way their muscle is structured, they also don't get cellulite. So I'm coming back as a man, my next life. So I'll just get into the pack details for you. So you get your pack, and it says "Be Amazing with Slimming World," and then you get this information. So it's changed since the last time I did it, and I'll go through that. You get "Be delighted with your first 6 weeks in class." They also have a guarantee that if you hand in your food diary for 4 weeks, stay to class for 4 weeks, and if you haven't lost any money, any weight, sorry, any money, you'll lose money, it's about £5 a week. If you haven't lost any weight, you'll get your money back. Apparently it's never happened, so they still put that out there, that if you're following everything, if you hand in food diary, and if you stay to class and you don't lose any weight, you'll get your money back. So be delighted. So this is for your first 6 weeks, and it's like a little journal, and it tells you a wee bit about your free food, about a fabulous day, and can you see that sausage is not on that plate, but bacon, egg, beans, mushrooms, tomatoes, all of that is free. You can have all of that on Slimming World. There's a wee bit about a new way to shop, extra support at home, just how to make swaps. So for example, in here it's got switch old high sin habits. So for example, it's a bowl of highly sugared breakfast cereal, which is around 11.5 sins, and it's saying swap that for a pile of fruit, which can be fresh or frozen, and that's free, some quark, and some vanilla essence, and a teaspoon of sweetener, and it's free. And quark's lovely actually with fruit. I used to have it with like raspberries and have it as a lunch sometimes if I had had a bad week and I kind of needed to lose some weight. I'm really sorry, I've got such an itchy nose today. Does that mean I'm going to get into a fight, or I'm going to get money, or that I should just scratch my nose? I never know. So then it gives you some more breakfast ideas for your first 6 kind of weeks, and you can use those loads on the website as well. There's some lunch ideas, some inspiration, there's some dinner ideas, there's a couple of recipes. They've got the crustless quiche, which is really popular, and a bolognese sauce. Snacks, you see there, and when you go through, it just tells you about food optimizing. So when you're going out, you can still go out and drink, but how to swap it. So for example, rather than having chips, ask for a baked potato with no butter. Get your salad with the dressing on the side. So you write out what you want to achieve for the next 6 weeks, and so there's various different, there's also a journal for the week, weeks 1 to 6 I think. Yep, so you also get food diaries at class, and you also, in your new members pack, you also get some food diaries. So this is for the week. So you complete this whenever you put something in your mouth, and you hand that in to your consultant, and she looks at that and hands you it back. And if there's anything that you're doing wrong, then she will actually say, look, you know, do you realise that's not free, or do you realise that, you know, that's really high in sins, and you know, so if there's anything you're doing wrong. So you also get Be Together at Group, and this leaflet, it basically gives you a guide to where your weight should be, about the image therapy, some positive stories about commitment and success and your personal approach. Club 10, so you get to Club 10, you get, for every half stone you get a sticker, and you also get a sticker for when you get to Club 10, and your stickers go on the back of your book, and you collect those along with certificates, and they get quite addictive actually. So your Club 10, they reckon that if you can lose 10% of your weight, they tell you what that is on the day. You know, that you, I think it's the British Heart Foundation, also say that if you lose 10% of your weight, it's really good for your health as well. It reduces your blood pressure, your risk of heart disease and stroke, your risk of developing diabetes type 2, lowers your blood cholesterol and reducing the risk of heart disease, reduces strain on your joints and improves your back and joint pain, reduces your breathlessness, improves your mood and self-esteem, improve asthma symptoms, you become more mobile, improves your fertility and menstrual problems, and it reduces your risk of certain obesity-related cancers. So there are lots of reasons to lose 10% of your weight, which is good. Obviously only if you're overweight. Now there's also a leaflet here for those of you that don't know. Slimming World also do a range of meals that are available from Iceland if you don't have time to make meals. This is quite a new thing. It's only been on the go for a couple of years. And in Slimming World, the one thing that people would say was a downside was that everything had to be prepared from scratch. There were no ready meals on like other slim plans. However, they do have these meals, and they're quite substantial as well. In Iceland, they're always doing offers, and I believe they now have sin-free chips. You can make your own sin-free chips. You just cut up your potatoes, you can parboil them, spray some fry light on them, or any other low calorie oil spray, put whatever flavouring seasoning you want, and that's all free. So you also get this SP, which I'll talk about later. It's to charge your weight loss. This has been going for a wee while, and it's foods that are speedy and protein, and that's all you eat for the week. So yeah, you would eat all those free speed and protein food, and you would get a rapid weight loss. However, it's not for new members, because obviously, you know, you just want to follow the plan as it is for your first kind of 4, 5, 6 weeks, I would say. Tells you a wee bit about Body Magic, which is what they call exercise. Now they say just kind of get moving to start with. You get stickers for that as well, and just basically one step at a time. So just to basically start doing little bits more often. So even if it's increasing 10 minutes a day, so you go from bronze through to platinum, and platinum is when something's a habit, so it takes you a wee while to get there. So you build it up from 10 minutes a day, 3 times a week or more, which is your bronze, right up into something becoming a habit. So that's always good to do. And of course, when you're losing weight, it can make it a wee bit easier to do your exercise. So this is the book. This is the main book. So you get your card. So my old card was blue. So this new card is a kind of brownie colour. So you get your card. If you can dream it, you can do it, it says. So you get your card, and you get a PIN number, and your PIN number lets you get online and check out Sims. Now, they don't yet have an app like Weight Watchers that you can scan, or like the there's another MyFitnessPal. It doesn't have, they don't have an app like that yet, but you can put things into the search. You can download the app and you put it into the search and it'll bring up how many Sims are in it, or if it's free. And you can sometimes try and guess it, but I would say put it into the app before you eat it. So this book tells you a bit about the power of free food in the beginning. So free food is, I'll come on to that. So there's lots of symbols. There's speed food, there's protein, there's fibre, there's calcium. And so you've got the 3 steps to your slimming success, and that's choose your free food. So you can pick as much of those as you like. Choose your healthy extras. So you get healthy extras A and B, and then your Sims. So that can vary between 5 to 15, or you can get more if you're over a certain weight as well, but your consultant will tell you. So your free food is basically meat, poultry, fish, dairy products, eggs, rice, pasta, grains, vegetables, fruit, beans, peas and lentils, vegetable proteins and meal replacements. So what you need to do, and it tells you a wee bit about all the different kind of, so here's the fish page for example, and it'll tell you what's got calcium and what's got protein, and it tells you a wee bit about fish canned in brine, or spring water is also free. So it just kind of gives you wee tips. Now what the difference is now, so you get your free food section, and then you get your healthy extras. So now you get 2 healthy extra A's and 1 B. So your A is your calcium. Now I think that has changed so that it's in line with government recommendations, especially for women. I think that's why we're getting 2 A's now. So it's a long list of milk, including dairy and non-dairy and cheese, and your B choices are your cereals, your bread, your crisp bread, your dried, canned and cooked fruit, and your nuts and seeds. So it gives you a list of those, and then you get your Sins. So those are things, they call it Sins, and they say it's not, excuse me, I really try. They say it's not like a sin, like to sin, it's a sin as in synergy, so it's S-Y-N. And if you look that up, for example, a bagel is, a cinnamon and raisin bagel is 11 Sins. So you might want to think again about that. However, if you fancied something, you would, what I would tend to do is I would go into my B choice and I would see what they had in there. So for bread, you could have, instead of a bagel, you could have a wholemeal roll, a wholemeal pita, 1 thick slice of wholemeal bread. So you were protecting your Sins. So you could do it that way. I tend to use my healthy B choice for my breakfast, and I always have 2 kind of Weetabix. Now, I've done this before, and so it isn't really it hasn't really changed too much for me. It also gives you a section on eating out as well, because they always say, you know, this is life. You've got to kind of live your life. It gives you kind of like, so here we go, if we go to McDonald's and we're fancying, what are we having from McDonald's? I want a bacon and egg McMuffin, so that's 17.5 cents. So already you've probably gone over your Sins, and that's before you add your ketchup and things onto it. So you just really need to think about what you're doing before you're doing it. I mean, I used to take boys into McDonald's and I wouldn't have anything. I would make sure I had something before, because even the salads, if you're putting the dressing on, you need to be careful that there's Sins in the salads. So this is your weighing book, and it tells you, you know, you go and it tells you what your weight was and what you've lost and what have you. So this is my kind of first weekend, and you can lose about half a stone in 2 weeks if you're good. However, I've spent most of the weekend at my sister's house, and before we went through yesterday, so I haven't actually worked out my Sins, so that's bad. You're supposed to write it down. However, I think to pull it back for Thursday, I will need to kind of like really reduce my Sins, or not have any if I can, where possible. So what I did at the weekend was I was through with my sisters. I watch the kids twice a month, so I was through on Saturday, and then what did I do? I come home and I had a takeaway, and then yesterday my husband was through helping my brother-in-law in the garage, and we had toast and black pudding, which is fine. You know, it's fine, I can put it all into my sins and my healthy extras and stuff. But then we had wee Chinese and I had a glass of wine. So I've taken myself way over my sins. I've been really silly for my first week. But I think because I've done it before, I'm kind of a bit, not blasé about it, but I kind of really need to just get doing it. So I've done my shopping and I'm going to write out my list. What I tend to do is write out what I'm going to eat for the week. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to write out a wee list of what I'm planning on eating so that I can't go over or above that, and I don't think anything should get in my way this week. So I look forward to catching you up to let you know that I've lost some weight next week. I don't think it'll be as much as it could be because I've only really started following the plan from today. However, there's still 4 days to lose weight, so it's not too bad. And just to say that if you are more interested in Weight Watchers, then you can go and follow the lovely Lightning Lass. She's doing Weight Watchers. Lady Mala is doing Slimming World, and the lovely Serena SW and FNND is doing Slimming World as well. Now Serena puts up great posts of what she's going to eat in the week as well, and she does a food haul and she goes through it all and says, this is so many sins, that's so many sins. So I've been watching that and I've actually thought, well, that's only 2.5. I mean, of course I'll look through the book and I'll put things in the calculator, but it's sometimes good to know what other people are eating. So thank you for joining me today for this video, and I'll speak to you soon, and good luck if you're kind of following a weight loss, if you're on a weight loss journey. If you're doing Slimming World, kind of hit me up with a comment below. Thumbs up this video because that always helps, guys. And thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Thank you, bye. If I can ever get this thing to switch off.